Oh, hi there. It's me, twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. I'm playing Onimusha 2. The other one. The one that doesn't have genre now. Hey, what's up? It's me, Jubei. You ever hear about this guy? He's a character in Sam's show, but he was actually a real historical figure. I know, crazy, right? Anyway, I gotta go. Oh, okay. Okay. Ah!
Give me your hand. Thank you.
Oh.
Jubei, ready? Now.
Anyway, hey, what's up? Ah, puzzle! Okay. Welcome to twitch.tv/arbitrarywater, where a grown man fails to solve sliding block puzzles. Oh, you mean the sliding block puzzle? The thing that made that everyone uh remembers as, hey, this part of Onimusha's weird and fucked. Anyway, look. Boom. There. Eat shit, video game. I got the Hyojin Yari secret. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, time to go to the demon hole. I must jump in this demon hole. Yeah, time to go in the hole. Hey!
What are you doing here? Don't you know it's a demon world?
Same, bro.
As you are going to die soon, why not now?
Damn. You were saying?
Hi, Braden.
Hi, how's it going?
How's the Onimusha going?
It's just started. You're just in time. I jumped in a demon hole. No, shut up. Nope. You're a bad man.
I'm chat banned? You're gonna chat ban me for that?
No, I'm not.
I've said worse to you. What's the worst thing I've ever said to you? Sometimes I like to put ranch on white rice.
I feel like, you know, putting ranch on white rice, that's just a celebration of your, Japanese-American heritage. Both sides.
That's actually a pretty good joke. I'm gonna let that slide. That's a pretty good joke.
Wait, is this the fucking castle from the first game?
It is. At the time, this was considered kind of a decent plot twist.
Jubei, about the conversation earlier.
And you know what?
Remember
In
your
hindsight, I
revenge
still think it's pretty
ghost
ballsy
thing.
and kind of cool.
Yeah. And
Also-
he used to be a warrior, and the feudal lord he served lost a great battle. At that time, Eke lost his wife and child. Despite that incident, he still holds on to his stupid dream. But even if his dream comes true and he becomes a feudal lord, another battle will occur and many people will die. It's the same for you. If you should defeat Nobunaga, another will rise to take his place.
Considering
Never
how much
ends.
of a remake bender Capcom's been doing, are you surprised that Onimusha hasn't gotten like any?
It got that
Anything other than-
remaster, and that remaster did not sell well enough.
Even when they released it on Steam, apparently.
Yeah. That's what I'm to understand.
So you think it's dead, right?
I do not think we will ever get another Onimusha.
I think that
I think
I think-
you could do some really good-looking likenesses of dead Japanese actors with the
Yeah.
RE engine.
Oh, I think you just soft reboot it with
Yeah.
different people.
Yeah.
Considering how often they've been hinting that they're looking into making a Dino Crisis remake,
Is that them saying they're into it, or is that just wishful thinking on the part of the 6 people who like Dino Crisis?
I don't know. They've been like doing multiple. They've been doing all of those fan polls, and like Dino Crisis keeps being like the #1 result.
Because the
in all
3
of
people who like Dino Crisis are the ones answering that poll.
Oh man, it seems like people actually would be. I'd be okay with a Dino Crisis.
Only
game.
if
You'd be okay.
well, only if we can get a remake of Dino Crisis 3.
I'll say this: I'm okay with like that remake team doing anything.
Oh yeah, no, they've
That's
earned.
not necessarily, you know, Resident Evil. Let them do whatever.
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, they've run out of good Resident Evil games to remake.
Well, we know what. Do we know what the next product is?
No, we do not. It's rumored to be RE9, but apparently that game has pretty long in development. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Okay.
I was just under the impression that like the whole situation with the next actual mainline RE was that they tested what they wanted to do with that DLC, and everyone hated it.
That Rose
like, well,
DLC is
shit.
pretty bad.
Well, shit. I guess
I'm
we
told.
need to rethink things. People did not like that thing. Like, at all.
I still have never played it. For Onimusha specifically, I think this series began and died on the PS2, which suggests there's less internal excitement.
It also doesn't help that, like, the whole big thing was that you would get feudal Japan and a lot of units on the screen, which is like, you know, Dynasty Warriors' like milieu for the longest time was, these games aren't great, but hey, look at all this shit we can put on the screen without the frame rate dropping to shit.
Get in the voice chat if you're gonna make dick jokes.
Wait, what? I am in the
No,
voice
I'm
chat.
talking to
Oh, 5th generation?
Adam Borgmaster Redacted, our occasional third chair on the podcast. Which,
Are you okay?
Daijobu! Speaking of that, I might see if I can invite myself onto their Slay the Princess episode for the main pod.
Why?
Because I bought it.
Do you like Princess and do you like to slay him?
Yeah, slay, princess, slay. Rawr. Baby.
Oh, Mio.
Oh, Mio.
Oh, my baby.
My baby.
baby.
My baby.
Thank you very much.
I love his voice acting.
What? When you said daughter, you didn't mean baby daughter, did you?
Oh no! It was a baby!
Hold her tight.
Grover!
Oh, no.
Grover says no.
Easy.
Who's ready? Are you excited to see? What? Why is it fire?
It's like bad FMV fire also.
My daughter.
Is he seeing something? Wait, what?
Castle fell. My daughter was crying like this.
But Arby, don't you wish you were born during the PS2 era? No.
But in the fire, she...
Oh no, he's having a flashback. My baby died in a fire.
Okay.
Listen, I am the perfect age to have pointless nostalgia for this era of video
I would
games.
become a feudal lord.
But also, young people are...
So I...
The young
They
people
scare
don't
you.
know what they're missing.
Do the young scare you?
Okay, so we had guests over the weekend. The last group of guests. And, they had 2 teenage kids, like 13 and 14.
Please, take great
And I attempted to converse with them.
Yes, sir.
And I said, what is up, my skibbity teens? And then I did a dab.
How did they react?
Yes.
They reacted well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I did learn that, Mr. Beast and Roblox are still both, hip with the kids.
Oh, word?
Yeah. Speaking of hip with the kids,
Just
Onimusha.
Onimusha.
I'm not hip with the kids.
Justin,
I
you
have
can
never
build
been
them
hip.
one of them gamer PCs for the cheap. You know, the kids are totally into Linux, Justin. Like, let me tell you.
I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of them who like their Steam Decks, but
I don't think that kids actually understand that the Steam Deck is a Linux OS.
well, I think the kids just think Steam Decks are like iPads.
yeah.
I mean, so some of them understand
But with
what
buttons.
Linux is, but those tend to be
weirdos that you shouldn't
Yeah,
make
the
direct eye
kids like-
contact with.
the
Like
kids
general
like me.
Linux users.
Hey, what do you have against Linux users?
You shouldn't make direct eye contact with them. Otherwise, they're going to talk to you about their distro, and then you just walk away from that.
No, I love uninstalling Windows and reinstalling a new Linux distro every 2 years.
It's distro, please.
No, a Linux bistro.
I could go for a Linux bistro.
Open source sandwiches.
Oh man!
All staffed
Would you
by a dude.
Would you want an open source panini either?
The open source panini is the one I made myself.
Ah.
I don't need...
It's the thing that you have at home.
Yeah. Anyway, I've activated my devil trigger.
Yay.
I mean, Onimusha mode.
I hate to make a controversial statement, but it looks like fixed camera angle tank control and character action games are not good.
Are you telling me that my take that Onimusha isn't actually good, but is instead, that first game was a very early PS2 game? like, January 2001 early. Maybe has a reason why people like this have any fondness for the series.
Yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely. Like, it was probably a decent game for the time. Like,
Oh yeah.
this doesn't look unplayable, just kind of
No.
irritating.
Oh hey, it's that well from Onimusha.
Go get Lassie to help you out. See, that's definitely a reference that works with the kids, right?
Yeah, kids love Lassie references. I mean, my sense of humor is based on a bunch of boomer jokes written for Gen X audiences, so...
So you're saying you could be a showrunner for Two Broke Girls?
I'm saying I love The Simpsons.
Hmm.
I got the demon's history. The birth of the demon clan, Zipangu.
Ugh.
Yep. Hell of a first year.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's almost like the PS2 was a console with a lot of fantastic video games.
That were worth playing.
I mean, FF10 was right out... It was
very
year
early.
one in Japan.
Yeah.
It barely came out
believe-
at the end of 2001 in the
believe,
US.
I believe Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter also came out that year. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, the PS2 really was an all-timer.
I know. Controversial statement. Now, how can we ratchet this up? What if we said, actually, the N64 has more good games than the Super Nintendo?
Dan doesn't even take that stance.
Did he back down from that stance
Yeah.
after
I think
Minotti?
You know, I think that what some people have bristled at, but he's probably right, is it might actually be time to accept the Switch as the greatest Nintendo console ever made. Like, in terms of the quality of the library, even if a large
Sure.
portion of it is remasters.
Eh,
mm,
I might be willing to accept that.
I'm not like totally against it, but like a lot of the Switch's like best games are ports to the Wii U's best games.
Yeah, but they play better, at the very least.
Okay, sure, but it's still like a different console being ported up to the Switch. And the other half of that is just the Switch having a whole lot of ports of indie games and such. I still think Super Nintendo takes that crown. Sorry.
I don't, but I don't like JRPGs, so
Okay, so you could play Super Mario World, or A Link to the Past, or Mega Man X, or Chrono Cross.
Yeah. Yeah, also, but honestly, yeah, like, the thing I'll say about the Switch is, despite the fact that it takes a lot for me to get enthusiastic about, a Switch game at this point in my life,
Yeah.
it sure does sound like Pikmin 4 was apparently real fucking good.
Like, here's what I would say. I probably still would argue that it's the SNES, but I don't think the Switch is that far off. I think it's a lot closer than what hardcore retro gamers would say.
It's one of those things where I will hear and consider an argument for the Switch. I don't think it beats the Super Nintendo though. Like, in terms of as far as like best console ever goes, I would tell you PS2 has way more games. I would say the Super Nintendo, its best games tend to be slightly better, at least to me. But I don't feel like any other console has ousted those two from the top. Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time are significantly better than World and LTTP. I've never actually played much into the past, but I don't like Mario World all that much. It's fine. I think Mario Brothers 3 is a better game.
Oh, one of those
I mean, that's
people.
not surprising. I think original Mario Brothers is more fun. Maybe not a better game. But on the Super Nintendo, I'm that guy who likes Donkey Kong Country 2 more.
And then obviously you love Donkey Kong 64 over all of them, right?
I've never played Donkey Kong 64.
Well, now's the time to start.
All right, Justin. I've got this idea for a feature. It's called Burgle My Bananas.
No.
I actually thought that series was hilarious. Honestly, if you're gonna have Dan sow chaos and absolute misery with the people he's around.
We're doing a. What are we doing here?
Yeah, so I already know not to play Donkey Kong 64.
Okay,
That's
we
'cause
need
a
to add it up
coward.
to 15.
Oh, it's a numbers machine. Okay, so yeah, you have to find the combo that yeah. This is kind of like Sudoku. So horizontal up and down.
Yeah, they have to add up to
believe in-
15. So
You know how to do arithmetic, right?
yeah, that's right.
You like your times tables.
That's right.
Brayden, I've got some thoughts about Common Core math and the government.
Uh-huh.
How do you actually feel about Common Core?
I just think it's a little too, it's a little too, it pushes kids a little too fast, a little too hard in terms of being able to do complicated, I would say esoteric math, especially word problems, and,
So, like, I don't personally have an opinion. I can tell you that a lot of the adults with children who learned in Common Core over here really hate Common Core. They blame it for a lot of, like, crappy grades and poor math performance. I do not know how true that is.
no, I
That's-
mean,
that's-
it's not that's not it. I just think that it's the big difference with Common Core is the re-emphasis in trying to do more word-based problems and open-ended mathematical thinking, which is probably the right call.
Are you saying maybe math is easier to learn if it's applied?
Yeah. The problem is that it requires a long-term commitment to make that paradigm shift after we've been doing the algebra overall approach to mathematic education. So expecting good positive results, especially when parents were raised on one way of mathematical education that later was proven to be ineffective.
Are you trying to trick me?
So
Here's a question I have, and again, this gets brought up. I don't know how true it is, but how did they teach teachers how to teach Common Core?
it's a great
Like,
question. They threw the
My friends will
books
be
at
jealous.
people and said, here's what you got to do. And it was a lot of professors. It was the absolute worst way you can try and get people on board with needing to change things up. This is also kind of like a problem that we're facing with English education, which I've kind of been in the somewhat in the front
really
lines
doesn't do
with.
much for
Like,
me.
we
Do
have to.
whatever.
Whole word education for teaching English and literacy doesn't work. We do probably need to make the shift back towards phonics.
What was whole word?
Whole word was like teaching the entire word without breaking it down into phonics or syllables, and like, here's the word, make a flashcard, predict what you think this word means, use the prefixes and suffixes to make those predictions, apply the word into a sentence, draw the word as a visual representation. Now read the passage that uses the word.
No.
No. Yeah. Like, you actually probably, the evidence is pretty overwhelming. Like, you need to know how the words in the syllable parts sound before you can make the leap to, like, vocabulary.
Yeah.
The problem is that we all kind of went through that early hooked on phonics phase of English education, and that burned so many people because it was, like, packaged in these, like, very gimmicky curriculum books. And so people don't buy into it at all as being the actual solution.
Foolish woman. The fate of Odani Castle is
Oh,
already
look.
decided. There is no way to stop it. You better just forget about it.
It's
Don't you think?
Hideyoshi.
You're very clever to stay here with me instead of returning to his side, which is falling.
You're disgusting. Touch me again and you'll regret it.
Oh, so serious. You're feisty, as always. Anyway, this is the will of our Lord, so I cannot allow you to leave this castle.
Run.
You are Jubayaki?
Run, coward.
You're still alive?
Run, coward.
I
Alive?
sure did give her a battle dress.
clan who attacked Yankee Village. You will pay for
It was a
that.
different era. You could get away with it back
Well, since the
Also not the
Yankee
most
clan
egregious
stood in
offender.
our way of
then. Yeah,
conquering
they
It's
gave her a
bad,
kitty.
but it's not like
They
the
gave
worst.
her a boob
Just
window also, but it's not
annihilated
like a plunging neckline that
kill
gives
him.
her titty cleavage.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Go.
Oh, right. Is there some sort of, like, ninja
Go
girl
now.
that wears mesh and, like... her
No,
nipples
that's in the
are
first
visible
game.
through her Okay.
The first game, Samanosuke has a little ninja apprentice lady. Yeah, so I think they're literally just reusing backgrounds from the first game. Here.
Hey, use all parts of the buffalo.
That's how you put it out in a year? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Like, I'd rather they do this than, say, like, something like Devil May Cry 2.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, we want to turn this game out in a minimal amount of time with a slightly less budget. Give it to another team that doesn't know how to make it.
Guggendontis?
Swordsman of all demons. What's wrong with you? Who talks like
What a name.
Well, Jubei, it's
Is this
been
a real
while
person,
since
like
I've
the figure?
encountered
Yeah,
someone
Guggendontis,
like
everyone's
you.
favorite Japanese
My
mythological
sword
figure.
is trembling with tears of excitement.
He's kissing his sword because he's a weird creep. I can't believe...
Are you telling me that you can't believe a Japanese video game from the early 2000s would have a flamboyant asshole as a villain?
That licks their sword to show
Uh-huh.
that they really love it.
Uh-huh. Imagery.
Hitting you thick and hard, Brayden. Guggendontis.
Am I supposed to lose this, or...
It definitely seems like a guy who's not going to die in one hit or one boss battle.
Ugh. I mean, I was specifically thinking of Girahim. Okay, nope. Nope, that's a fight I'm supposed to win, huh? Well.
Uh-oh. Maybe you don't have the right materials to make this happen? I don't know.
No.
You just try it again.
Yeah, we get to try it again.
Oh, I got it. Like, if Voldo can exist, then anyone can exist.
I mean, Soul Calibur stopped... I'll say that Soul Calibur fell off a fucking train as far as character design is concerned. Circa, like... 3?
Yeah, remember Pantsuit Ivy?
Yeah.
Remember when she wasn't
Oh, her good outfit.
the worst?
Yeah, well, it's fine. They're never going to make another,
But that was the best version of Ivy, was Pantsuit Ivy. It was such a good design. Like the one where she's not like BDSM dominatrix lady with her just tits out, like was actually a really cool design. Like it was cool.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Ivy from Soul Calibur.
Oh.
She had a pantsuit design that was decidedly low-key in terms of showing her body, and it's the best version of her character yet. And they refuse to recognize that they even made that design, because they've never made that outfit even as DLC.
Yeah, well...
God damn it. I thought this was America.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's the socialist states of Biden.
Yeah. It's true. First they came for the titties, and I said nothing because I was not a titty. Yeah. Machine.
You have no idea what we're talking about? No, have people not seen Pantsuit Ivy?
It's her alt outfit in Soul Calibur 1 and 2.
I tried to look it up. I did not see anything.
Anyway. But, I mean, it took Tekken until 6 to really get off the rails with character designs. And I fully blame all of that on Lars Alexanderson.
Yep. Hey, ZP, I'm gonna send you a Discord message and tell me if this is the Pantsuit Ivy you're talking about.
That's the first one in SC1. Yeah, that's the version in SC1. Then SC2 is actually my favorite. One that was blue. I even gave her like cool hair for that design.
Yeah, that definitely looks a lot cooler and classier than her other outfits.
Alright. Well, since I have retro achievements turned on and I'm in hardcore mode, we can't save scum this.
Can retro achievements detect when you're save scumming?
Well, you can turn on a mode called hardcore mode that makes it so that you can't,
You have to beat the
use
game
save
legitimately.
states. Yeah.
Oh wait, is this like a Dark Souls situation where you don't have a save point right outside the door?
Input reading son of a bitch. Okay. There we go.
Hey, Jubei! Use this! Hurry! Come on!
How sad. Cowards never triumph, and heroes never run. But I suppose that it can't be helped. You are too weak to take me on.
Brendan, would the quest modes or the adventure modes in Soul Calibur count as off the deep end RPG material?
You don't level up. I guess you do get new equipment.
What about the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games where you, in fact, can get new moves and stuff?
Yeah, but you have to use the weird fucking vending machine stuff for
Let's
that.
see, which... So, two's the one with the weird board game.
Yeah.
That no one likes.
Yeah. I mean, the good one of those is Budokai 3.
Give me your tit amulet.
Let me use the orb that you wear around your neck.
Okay.
Like, you can tell these are Mocapped cutscenes.
I mean, this is a, for the time, pretty good looking game.
Oh, yeah. These character details are kind of shockingly good for PS2, especially in like 02.
Early PS2. Yeah.
And the fact that this game runs at 60 because the backgrounds are pre-rendered.
And also because it's very small arenas.
Yeah.
With like 2 or 3 enemies at most.
Anyway, this giant orb. It's Destiny. I think this is what happens in the story of Destiny. And then a
Yeah.
robot horse shows up. Just like in Destiny.
I'm pretty sure that robot horse comes from Final Fantasy 14. I mean 13. God damn it.
Yep, that's right, Odin.
What's this?
Nani? Soka. Mocapped horse. Mocapped horse. This is where they mocap the horse.
You sound excited.
I mean, it's the literal title of the stream.
Come on.
They put the ping pong balls on a horse.
Yep.
I'm a female character. I don't have agency. I need a man and his robot horse to rescue me. That's what they say.
Oh, I needed you to translate for me for this game.
Yeah. Man? Woman. How do we get from here to Jean Reno?
They hired actual domestic Japanese actors to be the people who played the characters in this game. They realized that these games were doing well overseas, better than they could have anticipated, and they reached the conclusion, well, we want this to expand and we want the Western audience to continue to support us, so we gotta put a Western actor. How exactly do you get Jean Reno specifically? I don't know.
Nobunaga is taking down Asai right now.
We had no chance against his army.
Is this like another example of Haponism? Where it's like
I was caught.
the surprising connection between French and Japanese culture.
Nobunaga for the Yagyu clan.
I was unaware there was a surprising connection.
Oh yeah. No, it was like a whole artistic movement.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, thank you for helping me. If you need anything, please let me know.
It's like you can draw a line from from that Van Gogh painting to like Totally Spies. Tengu mask.
Hey, Jubei!
Hmm? Kotaro?
Tell me the name of that woman.
Oyu.
Are you sure?
Why? Do you know something about her?
I think I've seen her somewhere. Anyway, don't trust her.
She's a woman.
Believe me, Jubei. Don't turn your back on her.
Huh?
Kotaro.
If you say Totally Spies 3 times in a mirror, you get a free subscription to Fur Affinity. Listen, Totally Spies, I wouldn't go that far.
I thought it was BDSM that people, and latex that people...
And giant women, and every other weird fetish. Because France. I don't know. I know they rebooted Totally Spies fairly recently.
Is it for kids or is it for the people who grew up with it
originally? It's for the children's, but I believe the blonde girl failure is now bi.
Okay, give me a minute.
I don't believe it has come out in English yet. Anyway. Oh, special discount. I'm not sure... It allows you to force someone to fall in love with you. Uh-oh. We gotta give all my homies new weapons. And then they'll like me more. It's very weird that this game has, like, a hub. And...
I mean, Harley said these games were all somewhat Metroidvania-ish.
I mean, they're Resident Evil games.
It would be better to read them all at once.
Normal bullet.
I guess I was wrong about you. Seems you're pretty popular with the ladies. One wearing armor is waiting for you on the second floor of this bar, and another one is waiting in the marketplace. Choose wisely. You don't have time for both.
Uh-huh.
It would be better to read them all at once.
Is one of these the bad ending woman and the other one the good ending woman?
I have no idea. Wine.
This is all mine!
Hey, I got you some armor, bro. I got Buraito Tech 1. You already have this item. I'm sad because that was my treasure. I'm a lady. I like hair combs.
It's fascinating.
Wow. She is extremely delighted. I'll be back in a sec.
Alright.
Oh, thank you for this.
Sorry, I had to take a quick idle meeting. Oh, I got a crown! Thanks! Here, you're a lady. Have a mirror.
It's beautiful. I can feel its energy.
So, speaking of idols and idol culture, Brayden, what is your reaction to Fuumoko trying to retcon their pantsu being their shorts?
I have
cowardice.
I have nothing to say about this topic.
This is revisionist history. They should just own up.
They're selling a plush of Spider Hachima.
This sword will do nicely.
They should own up. They showed... Those were their panties. Damn it.
I got Buraito Tech too.
And also, yeah, they're selling Spider Hachima. It's pretty cool. I just wish their plushies weren't super expensive, but yes.
I mean, you saw the picture I took of Jeff Rude's Dreamcast.
I'm not going to ask how much that cost you.
To buy it?
Yeah.
No, he just sent it to me.
No, I meant all of your idol plushies.
Oh, all of my plushies? My...
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
What games did he send you?
It's a modded Dreamcast.
Ah.
So,
See,
the
I was gonna
answer
ask that
is
earlier, but I
all of
wasn't sure.
them.
What just happened?
Is it modded with like an HDMI port on the back, or is it still?
It has an HDMI. It doesn't have an HDMI port, I don't think, but it does have a hard drive with
fantastic.
Also, I have a
need
retro
to-
Tink, so I could make it look good.
Matter. Yeah, I need to crack open my original Xbox and put a SATA SSD in it, and then get some perfectly legitimate games.
Yeah.
Uploaded
That are
to
still
it.
totally available online.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to resort to out there resources.
Yeah. Is the Dreamcast for off the deep end? The Dreamcast is for Jeff Rude is moving and said, how about you hold on to it instead of putting it into storage? And that's, yeah.
How do you like that funky controller?
So, I have not held a Dreamcast controller in about 25 years.
Uh-huh.
Because, fuck if I know anyone who actually owns a fucking Dreamcast. But, it's a fucking nightmare. Like, people are like, oh, the N64 controller, it's so clumsy with its triple prong. I don't know. At least it is somehow easier on the hands than the Dreamcast controller.
Got that Z button, and that Z button is good.
Yeah, it's got a trigger.
Z button might be an all-time button on controllers. Felt so good to hit that Z button.
Which Z button? Just the N64 Z button?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No GameCube Z button fans here?
No.
Ugh.
No.
Pervert. Fucking awful.
Did the Wii have a Z button? I think it did.
I mean, the Wiimote had the B button, which is the back trigger.
Are you sure that I could keep this?
Yes, it had a Z button on the nunchuck.
Hey,
It
there
had
are
a Z button
perverts
and a
out there
C
who
button.
love the 6-button Saturn controller.
We don't talk to those people.
Yeah, we do, on a regular basis.
I know.
We talk to 2 of them, at least.
I know.
I love good drinks.
But we don't need to, Brayden.
One of them is our former podcast co-host. The other is our current podcast co-host.
Yeah, but we don't need to talk to them.
I think let's aim for recording
Might as well give me water.
Boktai
and Saga and Metabots. I say we shoot for recording that next week.
So not this weekend, the week after?
Well, let's see. So this week's episode is probably going to be Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
We could talk about the Genesis version of Street Fighter 2, where you had to press a button to switch between punches and kicks.
Sounds like a bad time.
It seems like a bad time. Oh, look, she's wearing the armor I gave her.
But I can't accept it.
Jeff is too busy enjoying... he sent me a lovely card, also, with the Dreamcast, that he got from some fucking fair in a place he is currently living, or has moved to. And he's probably just enjoying the pastoral life, while also probably still having great internet because, of where he lives. Because, I'm not going to expose anyone, but there's someone I've wanted to get on as a guest, but he lives in fucking... He lives in fucking Nova Scotia or Newfoundland or something.
We need less Canadians on our podcast, not more Canadians. What are you doing?
No, he makes good videos, and I like him. But,
Canadians? Again? Why?
Yeah, but his internet is too shit to actually do a decent voice call.
Just why more Canadians? Can't we just do fewer Canadians?
Okay, do we have any British friends?
Yes, but they don't want to record a podcast with us either.
Yeah, that's right. They don't. Too busy playing every N64 game. And wishing for death. No, it's not Bowl of Lentils. Although we should get him on. Anyway, I'm a sexy lady. Look at me. Ah!
The eyeball in the umbrella is,
I'm a pretty princess!
Lord Nobunaga is worthy of my life. My body and my mind belong to him.
Damn.
No one shall stand in the Lord's way. Jubei, you and that hateful woman Takajo must die. Ha!
How do you beat Nobunaga? I believe canonically the answer is,
force him to commit suicide?
Yeah, you, burn his castle down. By betraying him. I believe is the correct answer. The canon answer to beat Nobunaga. If you're asking how to beat Nobunaga in this video game, I have no fucking clue. I haven't gotten that far yet. May I suggest reading a 20-year-old game facts guide.
You must have missed me.
Oh, thanks, Ninja Twink.
New podcast idea: ranking of video game points.
I think we'd have to
talk about Link.
I don't think either you or I are legally qualified to do that.
You're probably right.
I think the lesbian rankings of Final Fantasy characters only worked because of the people on said podcast.
Jube,
And even Gino took a backseat to moderate rather
Yep.
than actually provide input.
Yeah. I mean, we could do top 10 hottest babes in Final Fantasy, bruh!
I'm pretty sure if we made that podcast, Gino and M would murder us.
Listen, we already... I feel like we've already gotten away with a lot by virtue of having a goddamn... anime pod.
Which we then spent on Fate's Day.
Yeah. We should probably figure out the next thing we want to watch for that. Because we did say once a month.
Pick something forgotten from Toonami or Adult Swim and see if it was any good.
Okay.
Nobody's talked about Zatch Bell in 15 years.
I talk about Gash Bell. And that he's like a weird puppet, and you fight with the puppets like Pokemon.
The Pocket Monsters.
Yeah, the JoJo OVA from the 90s. Which I believe is technically, much like that Fire Emblem OVA, the first introduction of JoJo's to a Western audience.
There's multiple... I think the weird thing is like, there's multiple examples of, like, JoJo's lost media.
That, yeah, boy, it sure is...
There's an entire OVA that is completely lost to time for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, no.
You're too late, Jube.
You stabbed my snake wife.
He'll go stabbins. Except
if you're thinking about Zatch Bell, just do Shaman King.
Sure.
Original or remake?
I feel like technically we would have to do the original show, which people don't like.
I have...
Or at least they don't like how it ended.
I wanted much more time to talk with you.
Oh no, my snake mom. Snake mom, no. I mean, once again, I bought these Escaflowne Blu-rays.
What happened?
The first time we met, she revealed that she was my mother.
What?
And told me about my father.
What?
One day, I met your father.
Well, that's a hell of a plot twist.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2001 Hunter x Hunter has absolutely been discussed.
Yeah. Yeah, classic Hunter x Hunter. Because, hey, it still covers the arcs you care about. Do I play Zelda? I mean... Not on stream.
You have played Zelda on stream.
Yeah, I played through most of Skyward Sword.
And you're a Skyward Sword apologist.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, motherfucker.
It was destiny.
Oh. And then she fucked my dad. Anyway.
This woman told me that it is the Yagyu clan's mission to stop the demons when they rise up to the surface. For this, the chief of the Yagyu clan had an affair with a woman from the Oni clan, and they had a baby of Oni origin.
He is just Dante. He's half demon.
A long time ago, the Oni on Earth and the demons of the underground fought a great war. In the end, the demons won, and the Oni were scattered. I never knew my mother, so a woman appeared all of a sudden and claimed to be my mother, and stated that I have the blood of the Oni clan. I can't just accept it immediately.
Jube.
Count of Monte Cristo is a good pick.
Oh.
And if we watch some real retro shit, we would get some retro anime. Like, the look of retro anime. Man, it's so fucking good.
Like, define retro, like pre-95, or...
Like, let's watch some Lupin. Old school Lupin on fucking cells, man.
And I will destroy the
Let's watch that furry Sherlock Ghibli television show.
Oh, like the shit they make fun of in, whenever, Gintama makes fun of, like, the World's Theater version of Heidi. Because I guess that was a big thing. Ring of Takajo. Okay.
Anyway, how old is, like, classic? How old do you consider classic
So,
anime? What's the cutoff for that?
In my mind, so this is, because, we're getting dangerously close to, let's say, people who are a little younger than us calling stuff like Madoka and Steins Gate classic anime.
I'm not prepared for that.
Yeah, the Miyazaki's first movie. Castle of Castiglione.
Cagliostro? Is that?
Yeah. That sounds
not
right.
it? Let me look it up. I don't know if that's it or not. Castle of Cagliostro, yeah. Anyway.
Oh, fuck you.
Are you having a fun time with this battle? Is it the camera angles or the actual combat? Right now?
I think it's having to read tells and find out when enemies are open with these camera angles.
Yeah.
So in my mind, classic anime, like, the line I would pick is pre-HD, specifically. As far as, like... But also, I would accept pre-digital paint.
So basically like 2000 and before.
Yeah,
Pre-2000.
like... Let's watch fucking Gunbuster.
Yasu says, so you want 4x3 stuff? I mean...
Sometimes, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with... Oh, shit. Yeah, the eras are 90s Toonami, but, you know, I'm flexible.
Let's see. '90s Toonami alts fan subs and post recession streaming. See, I associate Toonami mostly with like very late '90s and early to mid 2000s,
or stuff from the early '90s that they then brought over in the late '90s.
That's mostly what Toonami's anime actually was like early to mid '90s anime. Was Outlaw Star actually any good? There's a good question.
I have never seen Outlaw Star. Let's find out. It's got a buff cat girl
that they like to tie up a lot.
Who wouldn't?
I remember watching that show when I was in college. Like, I watched it as a kid a lot, but never actually finished watching it because they cut it off Toonami. And then finally watched the whole thing in college and remember going, this is not great. But a lot of people love that show. I also, I watched the first few episodes are like a very different flavor from the rest of it. I remember being disappointed in that. It felt like knockoff.
And obviously FMA 2003.
Oh, sure, yeah. I think most of FMA 2003 holds up. It's just that the last of it doesn't.
Yeah, it does not land the ending. Oh, word, the guy whose forum icon is something associated with Full Metal Alchemist might like Full Metal Alchemist.
No.
Next you'll tell me I like Fire Emblem and Ys.
Brayden likes Fire Emblem.
Did you know that I like Fire Emblem?
And yet he's far more open-minded than I am about Fire Emblem games.
Pick Bearwick Saga then, motherfucker.
No, I saw you play that, and it's like, that's just Kaga without a filter, and that's a problem.
Yeah, so it's what
if you like old school Fire Emblem, there's your game.
Brayden, talk about how you get Xavier. Talk about Stefan.
I mean, Stefan is post-Kaga.
Talk about Ymir and Shadow Dragon.
Oh, the way you get those extra characters in Shadow Dragon is actually just baffling.
And funny.
Because you have to voluntarily lose units to get those side chapters.
Yeah, funny.
Because it's a bad design?
You see, that's, I don't know, like, that is on paper bad design, but that sounds like a pretty good fuck you to people who reset every time a character dies.
I mean, listen, motherfucker, if you want to see an Iron Man run of Fire Emblem, we can do that.
Go ahead, do an Iron Man run of Thracia and see what happens.
No, that's not going to happen. No.
Why not?
Because that game's a fucker.
I know.
And I haven't memorized it in such a way as to break it, because I've beaten it once.
Great. Let's do that.
I feel wind from behind the scroll picture. Should I cut it? Yeah.
I mean, where's the wind coming from?
Yes. You associate me with Sandro from Heroes of Might and Magic?
Didn't you used to have a Temple of Elemental Evil avatar?
Probably. Yeah. Ask Brayden how you get the dancer in Tearing Saga. Oh, you mean you bring the underaged cleric girl to a shady bar where she then gets abducted and sold into slavery as a dancer. And that's how you get your dancer in Tearing Saga. That's really how it go. I'm not doing a bit.
Oh, I don't believe you're doing a bit. That sounds like something that's hard to come up with on the spot, unless you're.
And then there's of course how you get Latina.
Wait, the character just straight up named Latina?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like other characters that are kind of fucked.
Her, but yeah.
I mean, you like Path of Radiance, so there's like Shinon.
Even if she is from the
Oh yeah, where you have to talk to him with Rolf and then beat him with Ike, and then you get.
And then in Path of Radiance, he'll automatically leave the player's forces, and you can only recruit him in Chapter 18 back.
Yep.
I can take comfort in the knowledge that I was never alone.
And even though Blazing
and then he's a trash character.
Yeah, he's a trash character. That's the thing, is like the hardest to recruit characters are just shitty. Like, you're better off not getting Jafar in the Blazing Blade, because that game's just easy.
What are you talking about?
But you have to play fucking Hector's hard mode.
Nothing.
And it sucks. And Jafar's just surrounded by that large swarm of enemy units, and you have like this limited amount of time to get him before he dies. And then even then, you have to have like Nino not die in that chapter.
Yeah.
It's awful. Awful. Just let him die.
I mean, the actual answer is there's that side quest chapter where you have to kill Kaishuna. Which basically involves, like, you give Marcus a killing edge and hope for the best.
Speaking of Radiant Dawn, is that game... I remember hearing people not like that game.
I think that
those
game...
people are wrong.
I think that game is fine. I think it is trying to bite off more than it can chew on a story level.
A Fire Emblem story trying to do something? That sounds...
Yeah, it's trying to do stuff. And it's trying to do maybe more than it can manage. Like, it splits you between multiple armies multiple times.
Yeah.
So, like,
there's that part
Gaiden?
with, sorry, go ahead. Ask your question.
I mean, Gaiden does that, and it succeeds doing that part.
Yeah, but it's different in Radiant Dawn because, like, it splits your party up and then constantly surrounds you with bullshit.
It has some very difficult maps, and part of that has to do with the fact that the Dawn Brigade, who you deal with for most of Part 1, are going to be, like, deeply underleveled and kind of shit compared to Ike and his team. But it's cool.
Or how about,
And yeah, there is a bunch of stuff in that game that only shows up in New Game Plus.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Like, a lot of story, like, straight up story context in that game.
How long is it? Because if it's like
also
a 30-hour game...
It's the longest Fire Emblem game.
I mean, is it longer than 3 houses?
Probably. I mean, 3 houses, no.
So it's the second longest Fire Emblem game.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you count, especially if you count 3 houses as a route.
I think it's very funny that there's ways for you to recruit Saphirian and is it Radiant Dawn or Path?
Yeah, in Radiant Dawn, he's New Game Plus. You have to
Leyren.
Yeah, yes, Leyren.
You get him in the final.
You get him in the literal final map of the game.
A Part 1. Yeah, right. 3.
Because that final map is 6 maps.
But only for the final chapter in the game. Quite funny. But yeah, like, look up what you need to do to get Xavier. And the funny thing is, everyone mentions this, is Xavier's bullshit. Actual trash. Don't actually recruit Xavier.
No, it's not worth it.
If you're a Fire Emblem fan, it's worth doing at least once in your life, or trying once in your life, but don't.
I don't know if I'm that much of a fan. Oh,
I see. I see what I gotta do here.
You gotta hang off that edge for a second.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, did you know racism's bad? Because, that's the story of Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn.
Oh.
Is, you see there's a war between the Beastmen and the normal men's.
Ah. See, a Fire Emblem trying to actually handle themes seemed interesting, but if it's just something very basic,
it's that level of
like just the very obvious, yeah, like racism bad. No offense.
It's good. Like, it has some very good maps, and also, if you want to use your favorite Fire Emblem character from Path of Radiance, they're all in Radiant Dawn except the Berserker guy.
What if I just played Path of Radiance?
Has Berserker ever been good in Fire Emblem?
Yeah, in 6.
Oh, right. 6 has those.
6 has Gonzalez.
But generally speaking, not a great series if you like Berserker class.
There are a few games where axe users are good, but
not on Kaga's watch.
Not on Grandpappy Kaga's watch.
He doesn't like democracy, and thinks that monarchy is good, and axe users are shit. Except he has a weird, like, on-again, off-again relationship with mounted units. Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're not.
Except Thracia. The axe users in Thracia are all good. Boy, there's some sort of, I don't know if it's coming up on stream, but there's, like, a little bit of, like...
There's a line.
Weird rendering.
Yeah, I see. A line going across the screen.
Yeah.
So... WBK says 3 Houses has things to say about class and authority in the Holy Roman Empire?
Kind of.
Kind of.
But then I'd have to play through 3 Houses.
It's good. I just think as a tactics game, it takes way too fucking long for the tactics part to be interesting.
Yeah.
And you can break things wide open.
I am not good at those games, and I played that game on hard and barely had a problem for the 30 or 40 hours I played it. So, I don't know. I don't hate it or anything. Like, I had some fun with it, but it seems like a whole lot in a way that I don't want it to be.
Oh, I think I've made my feelings on, like, the fake Persona stuff.
Yeah.
Known.
I kind of think if you're not a Persona game, you shouldn't be doing Persona stuff.
Well, at some point, Relkin's going to play Cold Steel 3.
Oh, well.
And have a wonderful time, I'm sure.
I bet he's gonna hate it.
Oh, you mean like he hated the past 2 ones?
Yeah. Yeah, the game that tries to justify everything that happened in that second game.
Yeah.
That's not gonna turn him around.
What? Anyway, gotta stick my hand in this.
That doesn't seem smart.
It's just none of the... I actually like that none of the routes in 3 Houses are clearly the canon one. Okay, it's the double-bladed wind sword. This was in the first game.
How much further do you have in this game?
I'm going to say, this game is probably not going to be super long.
Are you gonna finish it? Because it seems absolutely reasonably finishable.
Oh, yeah. I gotta get the retro achievements. I gotta get the retro achievements, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, Cold Steel also has things to say about class in the Holy Roman Empire. Namely, you should be able to date your class.
And stay in your lane. Oh, I mean, if we're gonna talk about that and, like, wacky hijinks that, like, is bad, let's, Oh, man.
Yeah. I'm sure he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
So, I've moved on from my I should probably play all these Trails games position to the maybe Trails is all a psyop by Falcom fans to convince themselves and everyone else that the hundreds of hours they've spent playing these games is worth their time. That's my new stance. And people were like, no, Trails in the Sky second chapter is so good.
So just, like, talk about something that would be on par with that in terms of its energy. What if? Okay, Brayden, this is a terrible idea. Okay.
And that's also why I fully believe that having Trails from Zero as our fan pick is the way to go.
But of a similar energy. What if? Now hear me out. We played a Valkyria Chronicles game, but we played 2. Because we want to see the world burn.
Because you like PSP grinding.
And I like dumb, wacky, teenage...
You love the laziest anime hijinks.
So bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could double feature that with 13 Type... What was it called?
Type 0.
Type 0? But
it was originally Agito 13, and then it became Type 0.
But haven't you already played that, ZP?
So here's the thing about Type 0. Type 0 is one of the few times I've gotten legitimate motion sickness on stream. Like, that game's FOV and motion blur, something about them just makes me feel bad. And then it's Type 0. Which I'm to understand the story in that game gets weird. Gino only knows about them because of the card game. Says the Wheel of Time fan. Yeah, but the difference was I was 13 when I read the Wheel of Time. I'm legally allowed to be a fan of Wheel of Time. Because, okay, this is one of these maps, huh?
Oh. Every exit goes to a different place.
Great.
Great.
This maze. I'm lost.
Alright, well, this is gonna be fun for you.
This is when you open Google and look up a map.
At least
Well,
that's
he's
what
already
I would do.
progressed. He's already progressed a certain amount of time, so it actually might be hard to. Oh well. This
Oh,
is
do I
kind
get
of
to play
one.
as Ninja Twink?
Jubei is heading east. I wonder. That female demon must have set a trap. Stay alert, Jubei.
Okay, now we're this guy, huh?
Alright, I'm gonna dip out.
Yeah, but I think it's the correct thing for us to play Trails from Zero for the podcast. Because if we cannot get in, if we end up missing important context for those games,
Hell's
by
gonna pay.
I think that's a sign of bad writing. I don't know. Maybe when you start a new series with new characters, maybe you should make that easier to self-contain. I don't know. Oh, I can. Oh shit! I can turn invisible. Okay. I'm gonna miss all the important context about the Erebonian Empire? Well, listen, maybe I'll play through those first 3 Sky games. I've replayed. I'm almost to the end of Wrath of the Righteous again. After, 100-something hours. And, I think that game still kicks ass.
Yeah, but how do you feel about its endgame?
So Act 5 is... It's weird going to Act 5 and seeing where, like, the budget, where they immediately had to start making cuts. Where, because, Act 4 in Illusionera is, like, excessive. Whereas Act 5 is, like, even if you... So I picked a Legend, and it's very funny to see all of the ways, the game is, like, very quickly tries to shove in new stuff for the new paths.
Sure.
But, I mean, Legend is fun. Because as soon as I finished that quest to purge myself of Divine Influence, I got, I leveled up to 33.
Yeah.
And it's very funny, because the game is like, oh man, you're gonna lose so much power if you do this. And it's like, actually... Have you seen my base attack bonus? Wait, why is there a...
What's going on right now?
There's apparently a demonic TV screen or something over here.
Ah.
Oh, I see. I see.
God damn it.
So what's next on the docket? Are you gonna keep playing Balnotro?
I think I might give Thank Goodness You're Here a shot.
It's very funny. I assume that game is just what it's like to live in the UK at all times.
Yeah. Is it a UK simulator?
It's specifically Northern England.
There's a language version where it asks you a question. You know this.
Yeah, and that changes
if you
the
live
subtitles.
In that area. Yeah, it changes the subtitles to mimic what life is like in that area.
Yeah. Oh, sick. See, the problem is I think the ninja guy is more fun to play than Jubei. The fake country that did so much austerity they can't stop violent mobs from overthrowing the government. Yeah. See, in the United States, we have race riots every week and no one bats an eye. That's untrue. But if you'd believe the Europeans, apparently we do. They're like, you Americans, you live in a hellscape. Everyone's a racist, and your infrastructure's on fire. And it's like, not if you're rich enough. Oh. Uh-oh. I see someone has started a stream, and I think I might know what this stream is. So, next save point, we're gonna, call it, because there's something I need to see.
Okay.
You hear about this game series called Borderlands? End of question. But yeah, Thank Goodness You're Here's really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I want to play something else.
I'll say this, I think this game controls better than the first one, or at least what I remember of playing the first one in, let's say, the first few months of 2020, which were not a good time for me, and then they didn't get any better. I guess is how I would say it. Also, early 2020 was when I played through both Dino Crisis and Dino Crisis 2. And then also Ninja Gaiden 3 Razor's Edge.
Really? Okay. Well.
Yeah, no, weirdly enough, I have a very specific memory of the video games I played.
Your memory's better than mine's then.
During that period of time. As far as, video game, yeah, like, I can tell you when I played certain video games because, those video games I associate with weird depressive episodes. Like, for example, 2014, I can tell you I played a lot of that Thief reboot, and I 100%ed it.
You've said this story before,
yeah.
How that game caught you in a real weird spot.
Yeah, I was in a bad place in early 2014. Like, my sister had to drag me out of bed to go to class bad. And so I associate that like it gets a little blurry after that. But I associate that era with like Thief and Bravely Default and Might and Magic 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Might and Magic 10's a good game.
Might and Magic 10 is scrappy.
It gets the job done.
Like, that game got a lot of shit.
Maybe to a certain degree justified, in other ways not justified.
In other ways, I think if that game had come out, let's say, about 3 years later.
Or at least another year to bake in the oven.
Yeah, or, yeah, had, like, a budget.
That's the thing that I think really doomed that game is, A, you can feel that it was given a shoestring budget, and B, that game needed at least another year.
Yeah. And then that team went on to make Hero 7, which is not as bad as I was led to believe, raves twitch.tv/arbitrarywater. Alright. I'm gonna save. And then I'm gonna watch a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I need to know. In the same way I needed to know Madam Web. Let's say.
God damn it. I just saw what...
Yeah, what his stream layout is like? Yeah.
I'm not gonna raid this individual because I ain't no cop. But thanks everyone for watching. Just remember, this game's fine. Hold it. Wait, is he?
Is it actually just Call of Duty Black Ops?
No, he's playing Black Ops right now. Never mind. He's not doing
damn
that
it.
yet. God damn it. Never mind. Fuck it. We're staying on. We're keep going. I thought he was doing a different thing.
I thought he was doing the thing that he threatened last time.
Yeah.
Do we want to just say what the next movie pick is for Joku?
No, because I ain't gonna expose him, but you can guess. Randy Pitchford. Strange.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm 100% by like the absolute negativity surrounding that game or that movie. I did the thing that I said I wasn't going to do.
It has a cinema score of a D-. No, that was 2015. 2015 was when I played so much Monster Hunter I broke my 3DS trigger button. Because that's 2015 is when Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate came out. Weirdly enough, was also very depressed in 2015. And then 2016, I was doing okay. Which is why I don't, off the top of my head, remember what I was playing in 2016. As much. 2017's easy because 2017's when all the good video games came out. Yeah, Doom 2016 and 2016. 2016 is when I played The Witcher? Fates was early 2017, right? In the US, at least. Because that game came out like a full year beforehand in Japan. Hey, we need to pad out this gameplay sequence. How can we do this? I don't know. Put some arenas in it. Okay, Fates was 2016. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, those are video games.
Hey, Fates is 1/3 of a great video game. And then there's okay.
Which you had to buy separately.
Yeah, it's fine though, because you don't need to buy the other 2/3. Alright. Or Raiden Joku. Even though he's not playing,
Doing the thing
he's
he
not
promised.
watching the thing that I was hoping he was watching. Where's my mouse cursor? Oh, here we go. When you get to Joku, ask him to tell you about the numbers.
Mason, tell me
Aw,
about the
it sounds like
numbers.
Rio's sick.
Oh.
Alright, bye.
Bye.